up into the trunk. 2 other people, I don't even know what's in the flip car. You got a leaking car with fuel all over. It's a bad situation here. 11th and St. Charles, 1 block from Washington Avenue.
We have that. We're on the way.
Thank you.
That's the 911 call that you made when you were finally able to get through?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you also spoke with a police officer, correct?
Yeah, after the incident?
Yes?
Yeah, multiple.
Okay. And were you asked to prepare a written statement?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked. States Exhibit 15. Would you take a look at that? And
we'll stipulate that's his statement, Jim. All right, 15's coming in, and then publish it.
Yes.
so we're going to go ahead and publish it up here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just read it in case it's difficult for people to see that there. But your statement reads, on February 18, 23 at approximately 8:30 p.m., I witnessed, can't read the, not how to read it.
I'm sorry. You want me to read it?
Yeah, you're mine.
Okay. On 2/18/23 at approximately 8:30 p.m., I witnessed audibly a vehicle flying and accelerating west down St. Charles Avenue. I saw the vehicle go into the intersection and strike a white car heading north on 11th Street. The vehicle hit that white car on the passenger front tire, front engine area. The vehicle then veered right and hit a person standing behind a parked car on the north side of St. Charles Avenue, on the driver's side, rear brake light area. The vehicle then proceeded to flip over and land upside down. I was standing on St. Charles Avenue facing southwest, smoking a cigarette. I was approximately 40 feet. Should be from the intersection, but this states specifically 40 feet front intersection.
All right.
Correct.
Thank you very much. And it looks like you signed that, dated it,
Yes.
12/19/23.
Yes.
So the next morning, essentially, at 12:24 a.m.
Yes, I believe that was when the crash investigator called me down for that specifically.
Okay. And that's your statement based on what you were able to see from your perspective.
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions.
Ross?
I understand it, that night you had called 911, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you went to chase the guy down who fled from the car.
Not in that particular order.
You called 911 before you tried to chase him down.
Correct.
Okay. And then you couldn't find him, right?
Correct.
All right. So you eventually went back, right? To the.
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you ever hear a police officer calling out to people there at the scene, hey, did anybody see this? Did you ever hear that?
No, sir.
Okay. At some point in time, you're back and you see a police officer kind of sort of just getting out of his car right there at the western edge of 11th Street at St. Charles.
That's way too specific for me.
Okay.
Police, ambulance, fire department arrived. I couldn't tell you what order, sir.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
In addition to the videos that they showed you.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Did they show you copies of the body worn cameras of the officers that did interview?
Me?
Yes.
One, I believe.
Only one?
I believe so. I could be wrong, but I do remember one specific video you're talking about, sir, that I saw Sunday when I went and met them.
And what was in that video? Do you remember?
I believe it's just my testimony on what happened, what I saw.
Do you remember if the guy had a beard, not a beard?
Oh, I don't remember any of that,
Okay.
sir.
Mr. Deemer, can you see what you're
Mhm.
showing?
Hmm? Okay, you can use these because there is audio with it.
Okay, sir.
But I want to see, I'm going to let you watch this. Hold on, let me pause it first. Okay. And ask if this is going to help refresh your recollection about if this is the video that you saw first. Does that help refresh your recollection as to whether or not that's a video they showed you?
I never saw that video.
Okay. Having seen that video, does that help refresh your recollection about maybe what you said when you flagged down an officer?
Yes.
Okay. So what ended up happening is you actually approached the officer and you said, do you need a witness?
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes, that's what the video has. It's
All right.
absolutely correct.
And had you been there a long time waiting to tell the police that story?
I really couldn't tell you how long it took from the time the incident started until police arrived, sir. I just can't.
So the officer asked you to hold on for just a second,
Okay?
right?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that what you
Yes.
just saw?
He did.
That helped refresh your recollection about what happened, right?
On that specific statement there, yes,
Right.
sir.
And he went back to his car for a second and then came back to you. Is that right?
I don't know how long it took, but yes, he eventually probably came back to me.
And when the officer came back, do you remember what he said?
No.
Okay. I'm going to show you another video.
Yes, sir. Okay.
If that helps you remember all the way through. If they came back.
Same officer?
Same video. So you didn't see that the officer, you weren't there when the officer was in the call, right? Okay. Go ahead and watch.
Okay, it's done now, sir. I'm sorry, I couldn't really hear you.
Okay. So you saw the officer get in his car, correct?
Oh, absolutely, in that video, yes, sir.
Okay. And then he came back, is that right?
I don't know, sir. I don't know the specific officers I spoke to, so I don't know if he came back or did he send somebody else. I don't know, sir. I don't know that officer. His face is not even in that video. So I don't even know what officer that is. It's pointing at me, not him.
Well, it's a very fair question.
Sorry, I was just continuing my answer.
Is this the one that they showed you then?
Yeah, I'll take a look, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is a continuation of the camera. It goes on. So when it,
Oh,
your
sorry.
interview's finished, yeah.
No, it's not it. It's not finished.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You might. Can you pause it for a second?
Mhm.
Can you rewind it about like 20 seconds, 30 seconds? I couldn't hear it all well. Okay, yeah, that'll be good. I can rewrap a few.
Okay. Did you get to the end of it yet?
Do you want me to be done with the interview?
Where you say, the last thing you said he ran? Did you finish that part?
No, I finished right when he got in the police car,
Okay,
right?
right, and he asked you for your name real quick, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, he
All right.
did.
That was the end of that was the end of him, right? You didn't see him again?
I don't know, sir. I couldn't tell you. I still don't know. I still haven't seen his face.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Was that the video that you went over with the circuit attorney this past Sunday?
No, sir.
That wasn't the video you went over?
No, sir.
Okay. So, as I understand what happened there, the officer came back out of the car and he said, "Can you go through it?" Did he say that to you? Or you don't remember?
The officer?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying what he said. I'm sure he asked me, "Can you please tell me?"
All right.
You might be correct. I just don't
And
know.
the first thing that came out of your mouth was, "I walked way down there to see if I could find the guy that fled out of that car."
Sure.
That was the first thing that you told him.
If that was the first officer I spoke to,
Yeah. Right?
I don't know. I'm asking, no.
You just watched the video, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear yourself say, I walked down there?
I never denied that. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I did.
That's the first thing that you told him,
Okay.
right?
Is that the first officer I spoke to? I don't know.
Well, you were the one that was there. How many different officers did you speak to?
I don't know. 3 or 4 maybe?
Okay.
I'm just ballparking that.
So-
somewhere in there.
Next statement was, so there was a lot of traffic and a bus parked down there. This is you speaking.
Yes, sir.
That car that flipped over came from behind the bus on this road, just hauling ass.
Your Honor,
Did you say that?
we asked
Hold on,
him,
I don't think I said.
Hold on, everybody stop. What's the objection?
so that video hasn't been offered or admitted, and he's asking the witness to comment on the video. and
Attorneys
he
approach.
hasn't even
Yeah.
heard it.
Approach.
So you actually got to watch the video a couple of times, right?
Your video.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's actually a police body camera. You don't know who is behind that camera face, right?
That's correct. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Now, having viewed that, does that help refresh your recollection as to what was said
Yes, in
Okay.
general. Yes, sir.
in general?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember you making statements about there being a lot of traffic now?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember making a statement that there was a bus parked down there now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you remember making the statement that that car that flipped over came from behind that bus?
I had to hear that specific part again. Did I actually say it came from behind the bus or back by the bus?
Do you
Do you
remember?
have a copy? I can read it.
Yeah, that's it. We'll go on for the next one. Do you remember saying that he was just hauling ass?
Oh, yes, sir.
Do you remember saying that I was standing right there smoking?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember saying that he came out into the intersection?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember saying that you had to say, and I don't know how he did it. Do you remember saying something like that? About 55, 60 miles an hour.
Oh, and I said I don't know how he did it?
Yeah.
Was that in that video?
Yes.
Oh, if I said it, I said it.
Okay. And you said that he hit the front of that car, meaning the white car.
Yes.
Okay. So when you described this accident to that officer, you described that the Audi had hit the front, and as you put into your written statement, tire front engine area.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You didn't state that you saw the white car coming from a long way away.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
You didn't tell the officer that you saw the car coming from a long way away, the white car, the Malibu.
No.
Okay. Now, after that particular officer finishes and you gave him your name, almost immediately there was another officer that came up to you.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
If it's in the video, then you're correct.
An Officer Gonzalez, does that sound familiar?
I don't know names, sir. Sorry.
Okay. And would looking at more video help you remember as to whether or not that happened?
To what happened?
Whether or not you talked to another officer?
Oh, yeah. I already admitted I talked to 3 or 4 officers. Yes, sir. If
Okay.
it's in the video, then it's absolutely the truth.
And to that next officer, did you tell him that the Audi was cutting through traffic?
I don't ever think I said cutting through traffic.
Okay.
I never witnessed that.
Did you ever tell the second officer that he, quote, creamed that white car?
I think I may have. Yes.
Did you tell the second officer that he went airborne and hit that car?
The white car? No.
No, that that he, meaning the Audi driver, went airborne and hit that car.
No, sir.
Did you put in your written statement that he ran a stop sign?
Can I read my written statement?
Sure.
Thank you.
What's the exhibit number?
It's a state's exhibit, Judge. I just,
Thank you, sir.
15.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. And in that 911 tape,
Yes, sir.
you told him that he ran a stop sign, didn't you? Just a second ago?
If it's in the 911 call and I stated that, then that's the truth.
And in the 911 call, you said he was doing 70 miles an hour.
I believe so, yes.
Right. And
Approximate.
when you were talking to the first officer, which you just watched in the video, you said 55, 60 miles an hour.
If it's in the video, that's correct.
Okay. So we got 70, we got 55, we got 60,
Okay.
right?
And another one
Yeah.
at 50, I believe.
Okay. That would be Officer Stein after, that'd be the one that you watched or not?
Yes, sir. The one I viewed at the prosecutor attorney I stated 50 there. That one, sir.
Okay. So you didn't get to watch the one that I just showed you, right? This is the first time you've seen that one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Correct. You're correct.
All right. Now, in this statement that you wrote, it looks like you wrote in if you could look at it, you've still got it with you? Oh, I
don't
you get that.
think so.
You kind of sort of wrote in Audi later, up in the top right-hand corner.
No, that's not the make, that's audibly.
Audible? I witnessed audible?
No, it says I witnessed audibly
Audible.
accelerate. Is
audibly.
my first encounter, or my first part of the incident. That's
It's a-
audibly, sir.
Okay.
I mean, just from the ears.
From the years.
Yeah, no sight.
So, but you wrote that in later?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
All right.
I only wrote one statement and handed it to him.
Well, actually, you wrote the statement, you handed it to Officer Moran that night, didn't you?
I don't know what officer it was, sir.
And then he gave it back to you, and you walked over and you looked at it and you did some more work on it.
Objection. That's not an evidence.
I'll show him the video, see if it helps him refresh his recollection.
Objection is overruled, it's cross-examination, they can answer the question.
Would reviewing a video help you refresh your recollection about what happened out there?
The video is always great. Yes, sir.
No, this one doesn't. I'll get that video in a minute so you can look at it.
Sure, no problem, sir.
All right. When you were talking to that first officer, let's just say that that interview you just looked at, that you hadn't seen at the circuit attorney's office, that you just viewed for the first time here,
Yes, sir.
that that's the first officer. Is that okay with you?
Is that fact
That-
or just for us?
Well, let's just say that that's the first officer. Is that okay for you right now?
I don't know if that was
Okay.
the first officer. That's
All right.
what I'm saying,
The
sir.
video that I just...
I mean, I can say yes, that it's not fact, but I can say yes so we can proceed if you'd like.
No, I don't want to put words in your
Oh,
mouth.
okay, then no, sir.
Okay.
I don't know if that was the first officer. I just don't.
In that video, did that help refresh your recollection?
Yeah,
Okay.
somewhat. Yes, sir.
You mentioned that there's a guy in a blue sweatshirt,
Yes, I remember that. Yes,
Okay.
sir. I forgot about that until that video.
right? And he said, and you told him he lives over there, pointing. Was that the other lofts?
No, I think I was saying the guy in the blue shirt lives over there.
Okay. And you told the officer, or do you remember saying this to the officer now? He came into that building and helped the guy out of his car.
No, that's what I was saying that he said to me. I never saw that. I'm just saying what the guy in the blue shirt stated to me when I was talking to him. At
Oh,
the
so
scene.
he told you that?
Yes. Yes, sir.
But you told the police because the guy in the blue didn't see anything.
I'm sorry, what now?
You told the police officer in that video because the guy in the blue, didn't see anything. Did you tell him that? He didn't see what happened.
Oh, maybe if that's what the blue guy told me, that he didn't see anything, maybe I said that.
Did he tell you that, the guy in the blue?
If it's in the video,
Okay.
that's what I stated.
Was that when you were looking in the trash cans for him?
Where I encountered the guy in the blue shirt?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It was
Okay.
amongst that time I was walking over there.
All right. And then you said that he ran for the second time. In the
Who ran?
video. Do you remember that was the second time that you said he ran?
Oh, you mean that I said the driver ran?
Yes.
Oh, if it's in the video, it's the truth.
Okay. And so you remember saying that though, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
I just don't know if it was 2 times. But,
And then the last thing that you said was, again, that he ran.
okay. If it's in the video, it's the truth.
The officer told you,
Yes, sir.
that came up afterwards and he said, oh no, we caught the guy, right?
Oh, yeah, that I at some point with whatever officer, I did find out that the person in the SUV had come back to the scene and that they had him.
So in your written statement, you didn't put in there that he fled.
I'm sorry, what?
So in your written statement, which was a couple hours, 4 hours later, you didn't put in that he ran.
Are you asking? Oh, that I didn't put that the driver fled?
Right. In this
Fled?
written statement,
I only put in here what I witnessed, or what I witnessed, and just of the incident. I didn't witness him run. I've never seen the sir at any point in my life, sir. So
the first thing that you told that officer in that video was, I walked down there to see if I could find the guy that fled out of that car.
Yes, because I was speaking in past tense. I had already walked down to the SUV, didn't see anybody. I was going to help the person, didn't see anybody, walked around some more to see if I could see if anybody was hurt or hiding or whatever. And then at that point when I talked to that specific officer, that's when I had mentioned that he had fled, because if no one is in the driver's seat or at the scene, and they're not at the scene, that means they fled.
So you said he ran?
In my eyes.
Okay. So you said he ran. Over
Okay.
and over. But when you talked to the officer 4 hours later,
I'm sorry, what do you mean by ran?
that's what you said. That I don't
Right,
know.
but my meaning of ran just means fled, ran, not here, not present, that type of thing, sir.
Well, just as you saw him hit the front end of the white car, you saw him run away.
No, I never stated I saw him run away.
But you did see,
I've never seen the gentleman in my whole life.
right.
Never.
But you did see the Audi hit that car, the white car.
From where I was standing, sir, from the angle I had, I thought that the SUV had hit the white car. Yes.
So originally when you started testifying too, you kind of sort of also had some assumptions, not unlike the running part, you had some assumptions that he came quickly around the corner.
Yes, sir.
That was an assumption on your part.
Yeah, based on what I heard from way back behind me, that was what my mind had brought to me. I'm not stating that he came around the corner as fact. I was just stating what I perceived, what I saw, what I heard, what I thought happened in the incident at the time.
Okay. You hear these cars rev up all the time, right?
Specify all the time.
No, you're the one that said it. You hear it a lot.
I mean, 3-4 times in the evening. Yeah.
Okay. And in the video that you watched of you in the alley looking at your phone,
Yes, sir.
you didn't just look at that silver car going by, but then you looked back and you saw the black car right behind it. You turned your head and looked at the black car.
A black car behind which car?
The Audi?
Oh, yeah.
Was that one making a lot of noise too?
No, at the time, I just, you know, I see this SUV just flying past me. So I double take to see if there's anything else coming behind me because, you know, the revving is just not always single cars. It's cars that are, you know, just horsing around sometimes. They'll speed out. Or they'll speed. One will go fast. The other one will be like, oh, my buddy ain't going to beat me. All I did was just look back for a double take. That's all.
So, but the other car was making noise too, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. I can't be certain on that.
But you look back at that car, not having seen it gone by, you glanced over because you heard noise. Is that right?
I'm sorry, specify that again?
Sure. When you looked at the black car, it
Is
wasn't
that the
because
car?
you saw the black car, you'd heard the black car first, and then looked.
No, sir.
You want to look at the video? Will that help you?
Yes,
Okay.
that'd be great, sir.
You guys want to play that?
Can we angle that?
You can step one out and see if it helps refresh your
Can I
recollection.
come out by you, sir?
You're fine, yeah.
Thank you.
You know what, Mr. Eckrich?
Yes.
Mine may be standing back here so the jury can see.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem. Thank you.
Is that the 14A?
Yes, sir.
Can you pause it right there? Do you see that? Did you see, go back? Watch yourself and look at the black car.
Yes, sir. Yes, I see that, sir.
So the black car was parallel to you when you looked over, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and see mine. So you looked over because you heard it first.
I'm sorry, what, sir?
Did you look over because you heard it first?
That last black car?
Yeah. That helped refresh your recollection that maybe you heard it first.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't hear anything. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the sound specifically come from the black car was not ingrained in me, so I don't know. Maybe I did, sir. Maybe I did it. I know I did a double take when I saw the SUV go by. I did a double take, of course. When I saw the black car, I have no idea. Maybe I was worried that they were going to run into it. Maybe, I have no idea.
You did not see the white car, the Malibu, T-bone the Audi.
I did not.
You really didn't see the guy from the Audi flee, correct?
No, sir. Never claimed I did.
Even though you wanted to tell everybody you ran.
That's not what I meant. They know what I meant. I just meant he wasn't at the scene, sir.
I'm going to show you a video
Yes, sir.
that happened out at the scene. You remember you came out to the side and made the statement, right? You start right here.
Yeah, there's a video I made. So does it hit play?
No, it's playing.
Oh.
Let me know if you recognize yourself coming into the screen.
Mr. Monroe?
Yeah, it's Orlando's in-car camera, and it's about 45 minutes into, I think, his second video.
Can you turn this up a little?
There's no sound to it because it's inside the car.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard him a little bit. My bad.
But you see yourself in that video,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Yes, sir.
Is that helping refresh your recollection of what happened out there?
Everything?
Yeah, about writing the statement, seeing the officer. Go
I
ahead and
never
watch
denied.
it.
I wrote a statement. I saw officers.
Okay, go ahead and keep watching.
Yes, sir. What point do you want me to go to? I've been on scene.
You were out there for 13 minutes, right?
Okay.
Am I right?
I don't.
It's not finished yet, is it?
Sir, if the video's 13 minutes long with me there, then I say yes.
All right.
That's the truth. I don't know.
So you think you were out there 13 minutes?
Sir, I have no idea how long I was
Calls for study.
with anybody. I went up to my place.
Hold on, sir. Your objection is sustained. Calls for speculation. Ask another question.
Midnight when another officer called me to come down.
That's this part, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure, sir.
Mr. Eckrich, why don't you wait for a question?
Oh, I thought I was answering one. Sorry.
Let's pick it up from this point.
Okay, sir.
It's kind of long.
Okay, sir.
You remember that guy in yellow?
Not really, but if I was there talking to him, it's the truth.
All right. Do you remember what he said?
I don't, sir.
Do you remember if you gave him the piece of paper and then he gave it back to you?
I don't, but I can watch.
Okay.
Well, I object to watching it. He testified that
What's the objection?
asked and answered. He testified he did not remember. foundation for refreshing recollection.
All right, approach.
Somebody want this?
Hit pause for a second.
Mr. Deemer, can you tell us the
Yeah, I'll get
time
you-
marker that you're?
I'll get you the time marker as soon as I get it. This is 59 minutes, 46 seconds.
All right, what am I looking for? I'm sorry, sir, real quick.
Did you give him a piece of paper, walk away, and then come back?
Okay. I'm walking away now. Did we start it too far ahead?
Nope, that's fine.
Okay,
See if you come back.
okay.
Okay, did you see it?
No, sir, I haven't come back in.
Okay. the time on it right now.
1:00:12.
It's going too far.
I think we started maybe where you were saying. I don't know.
Hey,
Okay.
Where are we at now?
hold on, I'm trying to find the right time. It's a little hard to follow this one. $57 minutes.
57:17. Is that me coming back?
No, tell me if it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
Yeah, but what am I doing?
That's
Do I get to view?
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm going to ask you. If you, that helps you remember what you were doing.
I don't know, not really.
Well, I'm gonna, Mr. Eckrich,
Yes.
review it. If it refreshes your recollection, fine. If it doesn't, it's okay to say that, okay?
Thank you, Ms. Engelhardt, I could give the instructions.
Understood.
Let us know when you're done, sir.
I just don't know what part of the video. Let's go up to the 1 minute, because I've already seen the 1 minute.
No.
Right?
Just
Let me go up to the 1 minute.
Okay.
We started at 1 minute, so let's...
Oh, you want to go to 101?
Well, no, I mean, wasn't this part where I walked here, turned around, and came back? Okay, but I that was only me. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I don't know why he came back.
I don't either. I don't know. I haven't seen him. That's what I'm asking.
At this point, he's been refreshed. Mr.
Okay.
Deemer, ask him a question. He's going to remember or not remember. But let's
Oh,
move on.
here we go.
There's no more refreshing, Mr. Deemer.
It's right in the corner. That's the thing that he needed to see. Is that you with the officer?
Can I look?
Look.
Now I'm walking away. Can you read 10 seconds or something? Just like 59 minutes and 30 seconds. What about that? Doesn't that go back? Yeah. Right there. Yeah, right there. All right, let me view this for a couple minutes. No, I think I'm getting ready to leave. There. All right, let me watch this, please.
Okay.
Are you done, sir?
Yeah, it was still too far forward. That was the walk away.
All right. So it's not the return trip? You don't know.
I don't know.
Do you remember what, if anything, the officer said to you out there at 2:30 or?
For me to turn around and come back?
Yeah.
Objection.
Wait, what's the question?
Do you remember any conversation with that officer at 12:30 or 12:24 a.m. that morning?
Now answer the question.
I don't specifically, but if that was the time that I made the official written statement, since I was there so long, probably that was when I did the official written statement for the crash investigator. Other than that, sir, I don't remember anything specific that he would have asked me except to do the written report or something. I just don't know.
So you may have talked to more than one officer. You're certain of that?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe two, maybe three?
I would say 3 to 4, and when I mean talk, I mean maybe even 4 or 5. One officer said, we know you're here, let me get another officer or somebody who's doing it. I remember something like that, so I'm going to include him as talking to an officer. I would say roughly 4 officers, sir. I just don't know faces or names.
Okay. But you gave essentially what you're trying to say is the same version, and that you really didn't mean to say that he ran. You just kind of sort of guessed that.
I did mean he ran in my aspect of running. If he fled, he ran, he walked away, he wasn't present when we were just looking for him. I didn't mean anything else. I didn't mean he actually ran. I didn't mean he did it in a criminal way or a legal way. I just meant he wasn't present at the scene, which means if somebody's not present, there's many terms to use.
And it was in your mind that he was doing 70 when you said it, right?
In my mind?
Yeah.
In my mind, I just gave rough estimations of what I saw in regards to the speed. The lowest speed I ever gave was 50. And that was that.
And it was in your mind that it hit the front end of the white car.
From what I viewed, when I looked at where the impact was at and the SUV and the white car colliding, in my view, what I perceived, sir, between the speed and the way that car came and then the SUV veering off, I honestly thought he had struck the front end towards the front tire area of the white car. That's what I perceived.
Right. How long were you a deputy down in Washington County? What years?
I was a jailer, I think, for 3 or 4 months in 2001. I believe I graduated the academy in December of 2001, and that's when I was put on the road there for roughly 3 or 4 years, 3.5 years, something like that.
And what year was it that you pled guilty to the burglary?
Pled guilty?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 04, 05, maybe?
After you were a deputy?
Absolutely, yes, sir. That's the fact.
You committed a burglary while you were a deputy?
No, I wasn't a deputy at the time.
Oh.
And it wasn't a burglary in respect of...
I have no further questions.
Okay.
Hold on. Are you done answering?
It wasn't a burglary in the aspect of what most people consider burglary, of taking things out of a house. It was a burglary because I committed a crime inside of a residence, and that's an automatic burglary charge. I'm done.
It was the assault case inside the house.
Simple assault, yes.
All right. You beat somebody up in the house.
Never touched them, that's why it was a simple assault, no injuries.
But you pleaded guilty to the felony.
I did because I committed it.
Okay. I have nothing further.
Any redirect?
Yes, briefly. Mr. Eckrich, you got probation on the burglary and the simple assault, correct?
Yes.
And you successfully completed your probation?
Yes. Yes.
All right, thank you. Now, I just want to go back. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse here. You've been up there for quite a long time. But one thing I want to talk to you about is when you stand out in the back of your building and you're smoking a cigarette and you're on your phone, what's the first thing that draws your attention to that vehicle?
The sound of it coming up behind me for however long.
And you wrote in your written statement that it was audible to you, meaning you heard it first.
Yes, that's why I put it in our quotation. Or parentheses, sorry.
All right. And you thought that the vehicle must have come from Washington Avenue, correct?
No. the other side street. What is that, 9th Avenue? That's not Washington. Washington's
Okay.
north and south, so it would have been the other side street. The white car was on this side street. 1 block to the east would have been another side street, which is, those are all numbered streets. The ones the other direction are all Washington, St. Charles, yada yada.
Okay.
So I thought it came from, what, maybe 9th Street, don't hold me to it, but let's just say 9th Street.
Okay. When you saw the surveillance video, and you saw it again today, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
The first time you saw it, were you surprised to see that that car actually, the Audi, actually started?
Hold on. What's the question?
I'm going to check.
Hold on. What's the question?
Were you surprised to see that the Audi that you described as hauling ass actually came just across the street and a couple cars back?
Is there an objection?
Sorry, Judge, I put my chair back on his toe, so I turned around and I couldn't hear. I did not hear the question.
You ask the question again?
All right, I'll ask it again, Mr. Eckrich. When you saw the surveillance video, we see you outside smoking. You're on your phone, right? Were you surprised to see that that Audi actually came across the alleyway and just a few cars down?
I'm going to object. You saw that on the video. It's not what you saw that night. You didn't
Overruled. He can answer.
Okay.
So in my mind, what I heard audibly that night and what I seen, the speed of that SUV when it went by me, I could have swore in order to get up to that speed, it had to have come around the corner and used the whole block to get up to the speed he was at. Also, I did hear a little squealing of tires a little bit, so that's why I assumed he came around the corner. When I saw that video for the first time in your office Sunday, I believe as soon as I saw it pulling out, I looked over to you or someone or him, and my question was, that's the SUV that was involved in the wreck? I said I can't believe that it started almost 40% down the block and was able to get to the speed it did on impact. So I was surprised when I saw it for the first time Sunday. I just assumed from what I heard that it came around the corner and started at the very end of the street and came down to the next street.
Okay. And was that because you could hear the engine revving?
Well, yeah, because down there you can't really hear much until you hear a little, but once it comes around those big brick buildings, you know, the sound just kind of it's loud in between these big brick buildings, and so when that sound just kept accelerating, that's when I knew when it finally came into my view, I was like, safe word. I was like, wow.
Okay. And when you use the phrase hauling ass, you said it not once but multiple times, hauling ass, what does that mean to you?
Hauling ass means, to me, when a vehicle is excessively driving in a place it should not be excessively driving. NASCAR, they ain't hauling ass. They're just rolling.
This is a narrative and opinion by him, which is
Overruled is explaining his comment. You can answer.
All right, I'm sorry, I don't think you were able to finish your answer.
Hauling ass to me just means that this vehicle was just it was rolling so fast. I barely when it came into view, I barely had time to keep up with it. I mean, it just on a city street, not even really, I mean, technically it's a street, but it's more of an alleyway.
Stay, ask another question.
All right, that rear area of St. Charles where you were standing,
Yes.
okay? You described it as a street, but did you also regard it as, in other words, in your opinion, how does it compare to a traditional one-lane of traffic street?
It's comparable to that. When you live down there, you have all the trash cans are on the street, okay? You have parking on the side, and then there's double parking for our apartments, the apartments right across the street. Their front entrance is on St. Charles. And so when you get these, and there's delivery trucks because there's a little company right there with docks. So this road, over half the time, really goes down to one lane. And what I mean by it's a street, it legally is a street. It is. It's legally a street. But to me, it's really an alleyway because there's so much pedestrian traffic, there's so many cars parked next to each other, not just behind, next to each other. The trash cans are all there. I mean, when a trash guy comes in to pick up our trash out of the trash cans, the road's closed. I mean, it gets that narrow almost 90% of the time.
All right, thank you, that's all I have for you, Mr.
Hey,
Eckrich.
Recross.
Having looked at that video, he's circling the attorney's office, do you still think that car was doing 70?
No, I go with, I think at the time, sir,
Objection, calls for speculation.
Well, he can answer what he thought.
Do you think it was going 70, yes or no?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Having looked at the video, do you think the Audi was doing 70 miles an hour?
I think it was doing about 50 in my previous statement. Approximately.
Ms. Withers, be excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You're free to go.